Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Rhodes Island Sports Network. I am your host, Benny_Bloom. This stream is brought to you by V2306, coming in with the 8-month resub. V, thank you so much for the support, fellas. If we could get a VW in the chat for their kind support, I would really appreciate it. Welcome in. I know you guys might have some questions, but we have an event, fellas, that we must kick off. We will be starting an event this week. Yes, this week. Can you guys hear the music okay? Seems a little quiet on my end. But welcome in, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. We have Bluey coming in with the first. What is up, Bluey? Welcome in. Shy, what's going on? How are you? V, how are you doing? Orange, welcome in. Dust, welcome in. How's it going? Vodka, welcome in. Thank you for being on time. I won't report you for your tardiness. Welcome in, Corby. What's up, dude? Welcome in. More, what's going on? All right, you guys. So this was an idea that we had tossed around a while back, and you know, I decided to take it and I decided to run with it. You might notice that the background is a little different. You might notice, nope, there's no one behind me. It is just me here in the booth. So welcome in, everybody. March Madness, just like basketball, exactly. If you are familiar with the concept of March Madness college basketball, that is exactly what we are doing. So, fellas, it is my honor to present the details of Arknights 2025 Operator March Madness. Bronze J, exactly. Cardboard cutout. It is my honor to introduce Arknights Operator 2025 March Madness. Welcome in, 06. So, what is March Madness, you might ask? Well, it is a bracket-style competition consisting of 69 operators fighting head-to-head, one-on-one matchups, seeing who will be on top. Yes, and how will they be decided, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. This Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the games will commence. So let me pull up the graphic that I totally added on here before. Give me a second. I thought I added it on here before. The graphic that I added on here before. So 69 operators will be competing head to head in a bracket style matchup where the Twitch polls, you chatters, will decide. Once Selection Sunday, this stream here concludes, the brackets will be available for all of you to choose your picks, and the winner, whoever has the best percentage predictions, will win $200 gift card of your choice, or just PayPal if you're international. We'll figure it out. And the event itself will be streamed on Friday, March 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And might I add, there will be some call-in expert analyses from some of your favorite Arknights content creators. Yes, vouching for their favorite operators to win. Now, will they? Who knows? It is ultimately up to you guys to decide who will be crowned the strongest operator of Arknights. Without further ado, fellas, it is my honor to introduce the bracket. Now let me pull this up. So this is going to look a little zoomed out, but don't worry. We're going to go into great detail here this evening, everybody. You, what's going on? Welcome in. The Yoshi the headpads true combo is insane. It's pretty good. Benny_A_Smith. I need to save that. So fellas, we have broken up our 69 operators into 4 divisions. In the top left, we have strong female characters. In the bottom left, we have male knights. In the top right, we have felines. And in the bottom right, we have sarcas. Now, fellas, let's zoom in and see who the contestants are. All right, we'll go right here. This is close enough. So the first matchup will be a Cashmere's matchup between Neural and Platinum. How they ended up, needing to go toe to toe, head to head, who's to say? But whoever prevails will need to go up against the CEO of Rhodes Island herself, Amia, and the protagonist of this game gets a bye in the first round. Tablet is not upside down. It's just so you don't get copyright struck. It's for you, not me. So that'll be the first round. There's a couple of play-in games. The other play-in game, this one down here, is a little unfortunate. I don't know how Horn and Bagpipe got matched up against each other. This one's gonna be like a little bit of a divorce here. So may the strongest spouse win, and then the winner of that matchup will go up against Texas herself. I skipped over one up here. These are strong defensive units, Saria and Lin. What are they beefing about? Who's to say? That's for us to decide on Friday. Yes, it is. Geek, welcome in. Sat Boost, welcome in. How are you both doing? Hello, hello. Yes, I will update that command once the bracket is live after the stream. I just needed the placeholder. Mika, welcome in. You are here. Perfect timing. We are going over the brackets now, starting in the top left corner with strong female characters. So we cover the first few matchups. Let's scroll down and see some of the next ones. We have Chen versus Weedy. This is an interesting one, you see. So the two of them, you could argue that both of them are pushers in a sense. Weedy, you know, a physical pusher, and her matchup, Chen, pushes people away emotionally. All right. So that's the first quadrant up here. It's going to link. No, the link's not ready. The link's not ready. Don't worry. It's not ready. Fact check. True. Exactly. The next quadrant for strong female characters, we have Reed versus Ayafala. However you say her name. Both of them have alter versions that are medics, so it'll be interesting to see them go head to head. Both of them are hella infected. So who's gonna win over here? Some people love them, some people hate them. It's for you guys to decide. Up next, we have Scotty versus Penance. Now, I wouldn't want to get in the way of either of them. No, no, no. Granted, most characters on here could probably beat me up, but those are two ladies that I would not want to go against. You know what? I'm going to make a slight adjustment to the overlay here. I'm sorry. I realize it's like a little cut off. Let me sorry. I tried my best to get this in a spot that would like work well. Let's go like that. Oops. There we go. All right, this is better. This is better. All right, technical difficulties aside, welcome in, Golf. How are you doing? Hey, you like it? You like it? All right, up next, we have two equally strong and terrifying ladies, Holhyok and Degen Brecker. Two names that I will probably never say correctly, but they're going to get up against each other. Like I said, I'm afraid of both of them. They're both like crazy in their own sense. Like I said, they could certainly all take me down, but I wouldn't want to mess with either of them in particular. And then closing out the strong female characters section, we have Virtuosa and Anastasia, two lovely ladies that could absolutely kick everyone's ass and emotionally manipulate them one way or another. See, listen, you look into Anastasia's eyes, you think she's all cute and pretty. No, 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 no. She will mess you up, brothers. No, no, no. Stay safe out there. So that is the strong female character section. Who will come on top and advance into the final four of them? That is for you to decide. All right, moving down into the lower left section, we have Male Knights coming in with the bye. It's very appropriate for the lazy grandpa. He has his newspaper out and is simply waiting for his matchup to come up against him. Who is going to play against him, you ask? Well, great question. Two of arguably the least liked characters in the entire game, depending on who you ask. We have Totter, some piece of bird man who's totally not a bias against him from Benny A. Smith, going up against Vigil, the best 6-star units available. So yes, the winner of them, that play-in game, will go up against Lazy Grandpa Minar. Up next, we have a difficult matchup for some. coming up with Executor versus Lee. Now, I personally do not know much about Lee besides the fact that he's a merchant and has a really cool hat and might be a fish man. That's pretty unique. You know, there's not too many bipedal fishmen around here, but going up against the angel with a shotgun might prove to be difficult for him. It's a tough section up here to break out of. Moving on down, we have some of the most well and highly sought after 6-star men, Mizuki and Lessing. Now, am I intimidated by either of them? No, not particularly. Again, they could all certainly take me down, but that is not the point of this conversation. No. This is who would beat each other. Now, would it be Mizuki, the little jellyfish fella, or Lessing, the sheep? Goat? I don't know. Both of them would fit in well on Twink Knights. That's all I'm gonna say. And closing up this first quadrant of male knights, we have Lumen and Harold. Now, what are two medics doing on here? I have no idea. I don't know what this old man or this other fish fella are doing, but if they were to square up against each other, who would win? That is for you to decide. Yes. Least liked characters, depending on who you ask. Yeah, I'd get a wholly different answer if I asked anyone else. Exactly. And that's why it's for you guys to decide. If it was up to me, we'd have a very different result. They could take you down, but the real question is if you would go down. Well said, my friend. Well said. How dare you pit two of the hottest men against each other? Listen, it's a cutthroat battle out here, Shy. It is a cutthroat battle out here. Lee has an official series. That's interesting. I did not know that. All right, moving down to the lower section of male knights, we have Ebenholz versus Thorns. Now, I don't really know too much about Thorns, but I know he's pretty strong. Ebenholz, I know, has a little bit of trauma going for him, but then again, who doesn't in this world? So, who prevails, trauma or strength? That's for you to decide. Moving down, we have Gnosis and Passenger. Two, both of them, I don't know how old they are, but they both give off like, pretty wise old men, even though I don't think they're old. They're probably like 30 tops. They're couldn't even say they're hags. So whatever. We'll say wise fellas. Two wise fellas going up against each other. Gnosis and Passenger. It'll be an interesting one. Ice versus electricity or whatever. They do things. Moving on down to the last few matchups of male knights, we have Zhuo Li and Shang Yue, two fellas that could absolutely throw fisticuffs. I think both of them could be quite the yapster, you could say. I don't know how much Zhuo Li does, but I know that his skill recharges pretty quickly. So you could say that he is in Yap Knights along with Chong himself. And closing out the male knight section, we have Pianist and Tequila. Now, what are these fellas doing up against each other? Who knows? They are both a threat. Pianist because of his big anchor and really good voice actors. Tequila because of the fact that he is canonically a terrorist. Who wins? Who knows? But we will find out. The people who chose these matchups certainly picked some interesting ones. We'll say. So that is the left side. Again, we have strong female characters and male knights. Now bear with me a second while we stroll over to the other side because I just need to adjust my cropping. Give me a second. Go all the way over here. Good. All right. So, first up in the feline section, getting a bye, we have Swire. Now, how did Swire get a bye, you might ask? Well, this is a great opportunity to announce the sponsor of this tournament, the Schweier Company. Thank you so much for your contributions, Schweier Company. She gets a bye. And the play-in game over here, Schwartz versus Ak. Now, what are they doing over there? I do not know. Ak is a threat. Ak canonically kills teammates. So could have a surefire path to victory, but we do not allow that here. This is all for fun. These are all just sparring matchups. There is no actual killing here. Bear with me. Zima, my favorite bear girl. By the way, everyone who is in a relative section is simply based off of their in-game description. So if someone is classified as a feline, then they show up on here, or they have the potential to show up on here, I should say. Moving down, we have Stainless versus Jessica. Now, this is an interesting matchup because I don't really see Jessica getting into too much scuffles myself. Maybe as she, you know, listens to something very carefully, she might be inspired. But Stainless over here, he's a little fleeting little rat, you know. Who's to say what tricks he has up his sleeve? So that's them. Moving down a little bit, we have two grown-ass men going toe-to-toe. Silver Ash versus Phantom. Now, Phantom hiding those cat ears under his hood. Some of you might not even might not have even known this was a cat boy, but indeed, both of them, grown-ass men, cat boys. Schweier Group, you know what? I read off the card incorrectly. They're not going to sue me. They can't back out. They signed a binding contract. Silver Ash versus Phantom. These furry men going at it. Who could do it? Who could pull it off? What's up, Ivy? Welcome in. You're perfect timing. We are going through the bracket for the Arknights March Madness tournament. And then the last section of this upper quadrant of felines, we have Mountain versus Golden Glow. Yes, of course. Golden Glow is not a dog, fellas. I repeat, she is not a dog. No matter how many of you, myself included, may have thought that she was a dog. No, those floppy ears are still feline ears. She counts. So is the totally Mr. Tiger Man Mountain or the totally not dog Golden Glow going to prevail? Who's to say? Who's to say? Moving down a little bit more, we have two elite operators going toe-to-toe. That's right, fellas. Blaze is indeed an elite operator. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that Blaze is an elite operator? Yes. Two elite operators fighting against one another. Insane. But that's just how things go sometimes. It'll be an interesting thing to see how it prevails. Who prevails? Up next, we have Kaltzid versus Broca. I don't know how Broca ended up in this matchup, but Kaltzid does technically have Monster on her side, so it might be a little bit of an uphill battle for my boy. But if you see him in his gym outfit, then you know he could take on the world. We'll see what he has in store. And then the lower section here of the felines. This is an entirely Glasgow gang section. What in the world happened? We have Siege versus Indra, and then Morgan versus Delphine. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top of the Glasgow gang versus the 75% Rhodes Island. Broca might be in Rhodes Island. I don't know. Who knows? But that is it for the felines, fellas. Where's Baird? Watching a movie. Where's Delphine? Delphine's right here. She's just short. You just can't see her. Moving down into the last section, the lower right, we have the Sarkaz section. So Surtur coming in here with a bye. Just Surtur it in the top section over here, going up against Hibiscus and Lava. How did they get into this tournament? I don't know. These siblings have been beefing for a while now. It'll be interesting to see them ball up on the court, and the winner must go up against Surtur. It's an uphill battle for them, but I believe. Moving down, we have Warfarin and Mudrock. Yes, indeed. A vampire versus a... I don't actually know what kind of Sarkaz Mudrock is, but these two ladies have been beefing for a while, or so they say. Totally not fake beef. So we'll have to see. They're going to leave it on the court. That'll be a tough one. Moving down, we have Typhon and Civilite Eterna. Civilite Eterna is in the tournament. That is correct, fellas. That is correct. Teresa herself showing up. to go up against Typhon. Now, this will be an interesting one. This will be an interesting one. Typhon's got a big bow and Teresa does not. So if that's your criteria for who wins, then I guess we'll have to see. And closing up the top section, we have two fellas going toe-to-toe. Flamebringer and Logos. Now, what are these Rhodes Islands operators beefing about? Who's to say? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But who will prevail? That is up to you. Coughing Lava versus Atomic Hibiscus. Call me Collapse all the way. I'm about to dunk on Typhon. Oh my god. Yo, I would love to see some actual like fan art of like Teresa dunking on Typhon or something stupid. Incredible. Moving down to the lower section of the Sarcast, we have Shining versus Nightingale. Who came up with these matchups? This is cruel and unusual punishment. Once again, two medics going toe-to-toe against each other, but this one's got some history. Be interesting to see who comes out on top here. Moving down, we got a little Babel matchup. Ascalon versus Hoderer. The elusive assassin versus the Sarcasm mercenary. That is an interesting matchup. I will certainly be interested to see who comes out on top here. There's fair enough somewhere of the SpongeBob 20 trillion 2 meme with the KMC and like Ascalon dunking on Mayfrey. If you find that, please. That'll be incredible. Moving down, we have Ifrit and Meteorite, who have similar looking horns. You know, they're both got cute little horns, and we'll be interested to see what these AoE fellows are able to do. Actually, is Meteorite AoE? I don't think she's AoE. I think she's a heavy shooter. I don't remember. Regardless, see who comes out on top. And then the last matchup in the lower right corner of the Sarcast section, we have another Babel-ish matchup between Oda and W. Now, some might say Oda was set up for failure down here, and he might have been a little bit of a throw-in. He might have, you know, won a certain conference tournament or something, and this is his punishment. And, well, you know, I would have to say I agree, but we will see what anything can happen. It is March Madness after all. Upsets are bound to happen. So, fellas, that is the bracket. And I realize it's quite cut off. So, that was a lot of words. I just kind of said a lot of things, but let me pull up the graphic again. So very shortly here, and I will do a live example as well. I will be publishing the brackets, and I will be including the link in the exclamation giveaway, so you guys will be able to choose who you think is going to win each matchup, and whoever has the most percentage correct will win the $200 gift card of their choice / PayPal. So let me give me a second here. I'm going to get ready to have this published. I think I got everything squared away. Give me a second. Huge shout out to the folks over at Common Ninja, which is the tool that we'll be using for the bracket. So I have that. The form's good. There we go. Set that. Bing bong. All right, and you guys will have until the start of stream on Friday to be able to change them. Yep, so there will be Twitch polls. So one thing that I can preview really quick is on Friday's stream we will be able to we will have the polls show up. So I'm going to do like test 1, 2 for a minute. So in the lower left hand corner, you might have seen just pop up. We'll be able to watch the polls live as the matchup is going on. So that'll be fun. You guys can vote if you want. Yes. So you pick each and every matchup. And so let's just say here, let me scroll back over. We'll do actually, no, I'll do an example in a second once I publish this. Two bros, insane. Two bros chilling in a hot tub right next to each other because they're gay. All right. Think if I do this. Perfect. Publish. All right. So let me head over to my commands and get that link updated for you guys. And you'll be able to start filling it out. And like I said, we will do one live so you guys have an idea of what you're supposed to do. And you'll have all week to change it if you want. And I will pull up our weekly schedule in a minute as well. All right, so, and all of this will be posted in Discord and on socials. So exclamation giveaway, exclamation exclamation bracket, exclamation March Madness, all of the above will give you the details. So if you click on that link, it should let you start to submit. So let me do this. Let me go over here. Let me grab sorry, I actually did not have this part ready. I thought of this like right as I hit go live. Overlays. Let me open that. It says not ready. Is it not published? All right, give me a second here. There we go. Noah, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, Noia. Is it Noia? I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. What's up? No, H-Doll. H-Doll, what's up? Welcome in. All right, is this working now? There we go. All right. No heal. Oh, that makes more sense. No heal. Welcome in. All right, so it should be up. If you click on that link, I just published it. So let me pull up this, and this should trick my overlay into. There we go. All right, so this is what it looks like. So this is where you guys can see the entire bracket. It's gonna be a little cut off on my screen right here, just because I'm not gonna adjust it. But if you click on the start voting, which is up at the top, you'll just need to type in your hang on. I set something that was supposed to have something else. Give me a second. Doobie-doobie-doo. I thought that was should have Twitch and Discord. Give me a second. This was the last part that I was doing. Yeah, why isn't that up? Oh, that wasn't published. That's why. My bad. Okay, now if I refresh, give me a second. Here's Twitch. Oh, it is. Okay. Good. So it should ask you for your Twitch username and your Discord username. This is just for just so people don't have what do you call it? So people aren't submitting multiple times, and so I can contact you if you win. Perfect. So it should say Discord username. All right, let's go back over here. I don't know why it's asking that for me, but what? All right, so what it's going to do is it's going to walk you through every single matchup, and you're going to choose who would win. And basically how it works is if you choose, like Neural or Platinum, they will then get matched up against Amiya, and later on you'll choose who wins between them. And if you choose, Amiya progresses to the next round. You keep going. Amiya ends up all the way over here in the championship, and you go against someone from the right. So basically the winner, or the final matchup, will be a strong female character or a male knight versus a feline or a sarcas. That's how it's going to work. And if you guys have any questions at any point throughout the week, feel free to let me know. You can reach me on Twitter, in Discord. You can Blue Sky, YouTube comments. Like I said, I'll be posting all the details on all the socials this evening. Right after this, actually. So that makes sense. That would make sense, Geek. Made for a bad example, though. But all right, let me pull up the schedule, you guys. So we have, all Arknights. But it's intentional. It's intentional. So tonight, obviously, the event announcement was the entire stream we'll have a little bit of chatting as well to talk about it. Tomorrow we're starting the Code of Brawl story, like I promised, like I said, as indicated. Tuesday is the Dungeon Meshi event, so we'll be doing polls. We'll do viewer polls if people are interested, and we'll start the story there. And then we're off until Friday for the event itself. And like I said, if you guys could participate in the event, it would mean a lot. A lot of planning has actually gone into this. This was something that we talked about a long time ago, and we're finally able to turn it into fruition. There's some collabs lined up as well. Like I said, there will be people calling in for expert analyses. So Texas ends up alone. Well, that's not how it shows it, but oh well. Oh well. We'll just see how it goes, I guess. It is what it is. I can't change it at this point, so so just send it. I'll look into it a little bit after this. Most meta, most beautiful. So it's a fight. It's a one-on-one matchup. Who's gonna win? Yeah, death battle matchup, except it's just sparring. So who would win? I made my poll predictions according to the reality of how people will vote rather than who should win. Well, let's say, I mean, listen, that's a strategy, you know? It's based on the Twitch polls as they come in on Friday. So if you guys think that everyone's gonna vote for Reed or whatever, then choose Reed. That's how it goes. I sent it on Discord. I will take a look. It might just be the order of the matchups then. Yeah, that's strange because it shows Horn and Bagpipe going to the Texas matchup. So, do you want to be right or do you want to win? Exactly. That's for you guys to decide. What if it ties? What do you mean? Like the poll itself on Friday? If the poll ties, we run it back and we'll allow people to throw extra votes at people for a tiebreaker. They're going to be 1 minute polls, by the way. So we're just going to go, we're going to pound through it because it's going to be a lot of matchups. It's like 80 something matchups or something, maybe less. I don't know, but it's a lot of matchups. So we got a lot of one-on-one matchups that we'll just go through. We have a few minutes for the expert analyses, like I said. So I'll have to look into the Horn and Texas thing, but it is what it is. Until when to submit? Right before the stream. So you have until Friday. You have until Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is when the stream will go live. That's when the voting will stop, and all submissions will be final. And yeah, and you guys are able to edit it as well up until then. So yeah, I wonder if it must have been like the order of the matchups. Let me take a look really quick. Like I said, I don't think I can change it. Did the oh, you know, I can manually do it. So I'll be able to set it so it's, you know, like Horn or Bagpipe against Texas or whatever, whoever wins. So just make sure you're following the bracket as well. You search most read Arknights side stories. Yeah, listen, that's a valid strategy. All right, it's however you think that the votes are gonna go. Whoever wins, you should play their 4-star clear voice line. That's a good idea. I don't have all the characters. I'll have to look them all up, but that's an option. So you are able to feel free to consider alters as well. Don't just judge it based on, because I picked mostly like E1 arts, but if someone has an alter, you can have that in consideration as well. So grab it for you off A ship. Ooh, thank you. If I make one prediction wrong in any part of the bracket, I'm out. No. So that's not how it works. So I doubt anyone's gonna have like a perfect bracket. Basically, let's just say you choose Amiya to win it all and Amiya loses. You have a really low chance at like winning at that point. But it's the number of matchups total. So like let's say you choose Chen to win it all and Chen wins it all. There's a good chance that you end up winning as a result of that. Yeah, so it's completely inspired by the actual like college basketball March Madness tournament. So it's the same sort of thing. But yeah, any other questions? Everyone clear on what's going on? Like I said, I'm gonna be posting all the details on socials. If you guys are able to share it, I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, a lot of work has gone into it. Whoever gets closest. Exactly. Yep. Why are you dumb? It's not a valid question. Skipped, ignored, disregarded. Never heard of it. That's okay. It's a very American thing. Very like heterosexual American thing. And I'm done. Speed run. Damn. All right. Why? I have a follow-up question. Who? Does IS alternate endings count for death battle? That's up to you, my friend. That's up to you. I think I know who you're talking about, but that's up to you. That's up to you. Whatever logic you want to use. Whatever logic you want to use. I do have a soft requirement when it comes time for deliberation and like conversations during the stream on Friday, is that we just don't mention any like CN spoilers. That's all. Otherwise, if you can say someone's like super dumb strong canonically lore wise, it's fine. I'm just here. I'm just the commentator. All right, I'm running the show. You guys are the crowd. You guys are the fans. You guys are running the matchups technically. So great. All right, you guys, I'm looking forward to an awesome week. We have a lot of Arknights related stuff. If you couldn't tell, I'll pull up the schedule again. So tomorrow we'll be doing we'll be starting Code of Brawl. Like I said, we are going to be starting that story and starting that trilogy technically. So we'll be doing that. On Tuesday, we're starting the Dungeon Meshi event, doing some polls there. Viewer polls if people are interested. And then on Friday, we have our March Madness event. It's a really exciting week. Let me think over how to write up that. Thank you, Mika. I appreciate it. And Mika, thank you for all the help as well, as always. All right, you guys, I think that is where we are going to wrap up. Like I said, I'm going to get all of the information, all the graphics, everything posted shortly. So be sure to take a look. Be sure to share. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some Code of Brawl. We're going to hop into a raid. So I do ask, don't go anywhere, even if you're not able to stick around for the stream, wherever you end up going. If you guys could hop in the raid to show some support, I'd appreciate it. I know they'll appreciate it as well, wherever we end up going. I know it's a little bit of a short stream. But I appreciate you coming out here. The entire purpose was to kick off this event over the course of this week. So yeah, March is gonna be a fun month, you guys. March is gonna be a fun month. Who's streaming? Who's doing things? Why don't we let's show some support to Asa. It looks like they're doing some RA per usual. So let's show some support to them. I'm the commentator. You guys fight amongst yourself for my entertainment. Exactly. As a good, noble person should. Actually, Perfumer wins. A medic would be great. Well, not even participating. Perfumer wins by doing absolutely nothing. Hashtag you, Benny, rated. If you're sub, throw your favorite Benny emote in there at the end. If you're not sub, no worries. Throw your favorite emote in there at the end. Make it look cool. Make it look fun. We're going to show some support to Asa. This is a trap to reread all Arknights lore. Listen, that is up to you. That is up to you. Whatever you want to do to help make your decisions. Is Asa wrapping up? They might be wrapping up. All right, we're gonna pivot. I see a new doctor. Yoitsu Velvet is their name. They are starting this game. Wait, what? What happened? Arknights Hive Mind mode. That's how it goes, you know. They're a new doctor. Let's show some support to them. As always, you guys do not spoil anything. Do not, don't do anything that, gotcha. Sorry. Do not spoil anything. Treat them with respect. You guys are a direct, representation of my community. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could be kind to them. They seem fun. They, like I said, they are, looks like they're really new to the game. They might be on chapter like 3 or 4. So don't recommend conviction. Evil. All right, you guys, be sure to hop in the raid. I will see you guys tomorrow. Please pull first wire. That one works. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Code of Brawl. Have an awesome rest of your night. Have an awesome rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out. As always, I'm your prince. Don't you ever forget it. And I'll see you this week for a lot of Arknight stuff. Be sure to submit your brackets. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much. Bye.
However,